The Satan's worshippers could have known who exactly they are worshipping. In part 3, I explained that if you really want to know about religion and things like witchcraft, you need the Wikipedia page about the deity El. I gave a few examples, and you also can read there derived words and names like Michael, Azrael, Gabriel, Ezekiel, and Israel. With the deity El, Toru-El, and Baal, we have an explanation where words like illusion and Illuminati come from Elohim and Elam. Elam is Susa, the kingdom of Cyrus the Great. On Wikipedia, you can read that the Elamites called their country Hal-Tamti. So words like hell, hello, hallelujah, help, Holy Grail, a hole in the ground, a grave, are derived from the deity El, or hill, a grave hill. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. There's nothing wrong with the name Winston Church Illuminati. It just means church on a hill. Below the church floor, there is sometimes the grave of a leader or royal family. A hole in a hill. If you don't stay loyal to the God of Israel, you go to Phoenicia or Ugarit, because that is the hell. So when you are Catholic, you probably like the hole of the cat. If you are walking on the Champs-Élysées, Elysian fields, and you sing Elephants de la Patrie, then you must be a deaf-ill then. Are the Deaf Illuminati the servants of Satan? No, they don't get that honor. Because deaf is Deus. Most people know that in Roman script the U is written like a V. So deaf is actually Deu. On YouTube I found a perfect explanation about etymology and the Germanic linguistic languages. They use the number 2 as an example of the similarity in English and Hindu, where the number 2 appears as duo. The V in 2 is double U in Roman script, so you get tuo. I am the first one. I talk to you, tu in French, about your deux chevaux, deo volente in Latin. And on the way to India, we find the word Tao. Yin and Yang are the dualism of everything. The circle around it is Tao, the universe that contains everything. The same dualism we find in the staff carried by Hermes, the Caduceus, and in the Jewish Hinduistic six-sided star, like above, so below. When devil means Deus, Il, the deity El, demon means, of course, Deus Moon. The demons are demonstrating in the street for democracy. Demo is the people. So if the demons can't eat bread, they can eat cake and go to the moon. We keep the money and serve the mammon instead of the demon. Just as every cop is a criminal and all the sinners saints, as heads is tails, just call me Lucifer, 'cause I'm in need of some restraint. Isaiah 24.2. And it shall be as with the people. so with the priest as with the servant, so with his master as with the maid, so with her mistress as with the buyer, so with the seller as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Genesis 2:22. While the earth remained, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. So Jordan Maxwell, the hell is also well, is right about words like elite, elevator, and helmet, the universe over your head. He also refers to Wikipedia with the word Turu-El in his explanation about the cult of Saturn. I think that explanation is very good, for example about the black clothing in the Catholic Church and the black uniforms of the SS and the black robes of the judges in court. He also explains about Saturn, Saturn Day, and Satan. I would like to remark that Satan is of course also Set, the brother of Osiris, who kills him at sunset. So that is the same conspiracy like with Jesus, Julius Caesar, and Agamemnon. How do we know so much about the Roman Empire? Cicero, Livius, Tacitus, or Suetonius, the boy named Sue, or Satanius. He described how Caesar died in his seat and ceased to exist. And we will never know for sure if Suetonius wasn't satanic enough to make the story of Julius Caesar a little bit more romantic, so that it looked like Agamemnon in the Odyssey and Osiris from Egypt. We will also never know if Jesus Christ is actually Julius Caesar, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. I can't understand why the boy named Sue by Johnny Cash has a problem with his father. His father gave him a very beautiful name, Zeus. Zeus is derived from Giza, the city of light. So Jesus is the light or sun itself. Zeus-tan, Satan. Caesar is the seed Tsar, the cedar. He is killed in his seat where Satan sat down, settled in the city, by Baal, the deity El, the bull, the star sign Taurus, or Brutus, or Judas Iscariot. Caesar is in German language Kaiser, and in Russia the Tsar. Lucifer killed the Tsar and his ministers, Anastasia screamed in vain. The Tsar is the chair, because he is the chairman. The chairman is the Caesar man, or Cedar man, or Season man. When you are a sex maniac like Jordan Maxwell, you think about semen. In the temple of Karnak, they found a masturbating Osiris. And the universe is created with a big bang. People, I looked everywhere on the internet of pictures of Osiris masturbating, but there's only one or two. I would like to ask if you can also try to find that. You find then a few Egyptian hieroglyphs with some penises or whatever, but not very much. So that is what I would like to say about interpretations in the history. So, very funny, Mr. Maxwell, but I think they mean something like now, the Jackson 5 in Can You Feel It? That is the Cedar Man. That is the Caesar, the chairman. So Michael Jackson thought himself that his inspiration came from the devil. The Cedar Man, or Season, is killed in his chair on the Ides of March. I explained why the star sign Taurus, or Bull, belongs to the month March, in the time that the farmers have to start seeding the fields and plant the vegetables. To satisfy the Lord, who can't get no satisfaction, or Satan's faction in the Ceases faction, they have to bring a sacrifice. Satan, Christus, vice. It belongs that way. They have to sacrifice the King of all kings, Lord of lords, the man-child Ezekiel, and the man-child Jesus, the Son, and the innocent Hebrew children. They are the good ones who are given back to the Father in heaven. And we, the peasants, the useless eaters, have to fill our stomachs, so we have to stay on the earth. The father of a family is the chairman of the board at the Christmas table. He is the priest who brings the sacrifice and divides the turkey. The Caesar decides who gets the best pieces of meat, who is allowed to drink the wine and eat the bread. That is the blood and body of the sacrificed and anointed. Genesis 14:18. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of Most High God. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth, and praise be to the God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your land. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. Because we satisfied the Lord, he will satisfy us. Deuteronomy 28:12. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain into thy land and his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. Leviticus 26:4. Then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. Zacharias 10:1. Ask the Lord for rain in the springtime. It is the Lord who sends the thunderstorms. He gives showers of rain to all people, and plants of the field to everyone. When Osiris is killed at the western horizon with Taurus, who is Set and Satan, on the other side, Virgo, Mother Mary, or Aphrodite, the goddess of love, or Isis, is rising up out of the waters of the Pacific Ocean to repair Osiris. When Adonis in Greece is killed by a wild pig, Aphrodite comes down from the heavens and takes Adonis on her lap. He resurrects after 3 days. Because Adonis is in Egypt the sun disk Aton. So Aphrodite is Mother Mary and Isis. Jesus is Adonis and is Aton. Adon Isis. Isis Aton. Isi Saton. Satan. She is also Mary Magdalene, the sinner, not according to everybody, who washed Jesus' feet. The sinner, yeah, she came from the city, but yeah, that can then mean that she also did prostitution, but yeah, nothing is clear about that. But there is a second Mary. That is what I mean. On Wikipedia, you can read she is courageous, brave enough to stand by Jesus in his hours of suffering, death, and beyond. Luke 7:37. And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, when she knew that Jesus sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of ointment. Revelations 17:1. And there came out of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Jesus decides that Adonis has to stay every 6 months in the underworld with Persephone. Then he is Isis Satan, and the other 6 months he has to stay in the upper world with Aphrodite. There is an original version of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden with a second woman. Her name is Lilith. Virgo is also the Egyptian goddess Ma-Ad. When you die, you have to confess your sins to Ma-Ad. There are 42 immoral situations you cannot have done in your life. If you did one of them, Ma-Ad cannot bring you to heaven. 10 of these 42 immoral situations became the 10 commandments of Moses. So the goddess Ma-Ad together with Aton gives us Ma-Aton. Aton is Adonis. So we get Ma-Adonis, Ma-Adonna, Madam and Ma'am and Mammal. So the star sign Virgo is the Stella Maria and also Madonna, the goddess of the underworld. And don't you make that Madonna the goddess of the underwear. 25 years ago I worked in a laundry and the boss went to a Madonna concert. So after the weekend I asked, what was it like? Did you have fun? He said, Mwah, stupid woman who grabs herself between her legs all the time. So, yeah, that is then the result of the Satanism. They are all Satanists in Hollywood, and they think that they scare the people with that. And now they make some kind of porn show, and then that is to disturb the people, to shock them, or somehow. Anyway. We also find the name Ma-Ad back in the name Baphomet. Bab in Bapho is the star sign water bearer, John the Baptizer, the age of Aquarius. The Baphomet is the baptizing maid. They meet each other in a meeting with the chairman of the board and baptize each other in Babylon. A just born child is called the baby from Babylon and it has to be baptized. The Baphomet has the head of a goat. But then there are so many goats in the temple of Karnak, or there are the Greek statues of the god Pan with the flute and Aphrodite. There are goats everywhere in literature. It is absolutely not clear if the Baphomet is man or woman at the same time. There is the picture of Heinrich Koenraad, but it is not clear if he really meant the Baphomet has female breasts on the chest. It only looks like that a little bit. It can also be just a male chest. What they think is a penis between his legs is the very beautiful scepter of Hermes, the staff with the two snakes. Again, it is not a penis, it is the symbol of medication. Only then without wings. The word medic is of course the same word as magic. A priest like Jesus or Moses is supposed to be an intermediary between the people and the Lord. He is in the middle. He has to explain why the Lord doesn't bring rain or doesn't cure diseases, because the patient didn't stay loyal to the Lord. So when Job asks why he has lost everything and got skin disease after all those years of loyalty, the Lord tells Job that he created Job together with a hippo. Job 40.15. Behold now Behemoth, which I made with thee. He eateth grass like an ox. Oh, so that is the answer. Yeah, now, okay, and now Job can eat grass too? Anyway, is now the Baphomet the same as the Behemoth? Matthew 6.19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Baphomethiu. The word moth is almost the word mother. So I am afraid that only some people say that man is made out of mud, but a poor man is made out of blood and muscles and out of mother, or the Bapho mother, Ma-Ad. The priest has to cure diseases, so he is also a doctor. Medice, cura te ipsum. Luke 4.23. And he said unto them, Ye will surely say to me this proverb, Physician, heal thyself. Whatsoever we have heard done in Capernaum, do so here in thy country. Yeah, but later he says that you are never a prophet in your own country. Yeah. Maybe we have to say that to all the Satanists and to all the Illuminati. I explained the word devil, I explained the word demon, I explained the word Satan. So, yeah, what can I say even more? Please medicis curate ipsum, heal yourself. So, as a BAFO matter of fact, you better don't eat pork, but it's okay to eat BAFO meat. Then the BAFO magician can do his BAFO magic works. I explained in part 3 why the star sign Taurus is very important. Because of the start of agricultural season and agricultural celebrations like Easter, Halloween, Christmas and Carnival. Carnival doesn't have to do so much with cars and carriages, but more with reincarnation and carnivore, a celebration about eating meat, maybe child sacrifice and cannibalism. The priest or senator or medical man or magical man, the imam or the brahman, has to carry this sacrifice out with the Aztecs to take the heart out, and in Israel the crucifixion. In Asia, they had then also many crazy rituals to kill somebody, and it was all meant to ask for rain and have the corn and the crops grow. It is not meant for the priest or the senator or whatever kind of leader. So that young boys have to be given to Aleister Crowley so he can misuse them for his pedophile fun, or that a businessman have to do the pedophilia ritual to have Isis-Aton, Satan, or Deus El, devil, bless their business, is bullshit of the highest level, because it comes from old-fashioned agricultural season celebrations meant to entertain peasants and plebeians. So not from our modern industrialized society full of electricity and computers and scientific research.